Hello, this is Crochet Basics with K.Jolie, and in this episode I thought I would practice what I preach and just give you a few ideas for embellishing and stuff, since I'm always nagging you to embellish. Anyway, there's so many different ways to embellish, and my whole thing with it is just make it your own, because you can do a million patterns and if you don't have that personal touch, I think, and you know what, it doesn't have to be on everything. Some people like plainer hats or whatever. They don't want the big to-do or any kind of thing. So I thought I'd start out with flowers, since you can find a whole bunch of tutorials on the flowers. So now with the flowers, they're perfect. Make them to match, make them to be contrasted, whatever you want to do. A little tip or whatever, hack or whatever, is put it on a pin. Okay, and you can find the pins in the finding area, the jewelry area, or what have you, in the craft store. And these have the sticky on it or whatever. But that's not going to hold it. If you're just going to use that, that's not going to work. And a little hot glue or fabric glue, and leave a tail when you first start, just to give it a few rows, a few sew it in around, just to hold it in place, depending. And the flowers are great. I think when it's on a pin for like an adult or a teen or whatever, I think that's great, because if you want to have the color, you can put it on any hat, take it off, put it on a different hat. If you have an infinity scarf, what have you, perfect. So also, I won't waste your time with showing you how to make a flower, because there's so many different tutorials online and patterns and such. So, you could just follow one of those. You can always do a motif, and this is a star motif. If you watch episode 113 that I did, I show you how to make the hat. This is a kid's hat, and I show you how to make the star motif. And it's super... it's pretty easy, once you make it a couple of times. And also with the motif, with this particular one, or other motifs, if you try it in different size hooks and yarns, you can get a smaller one or a bigger one, depending on, what you want to do. If you're going to put it on a scarf or a hat, or a blanket or whatever, is great also, for kids. Here's one, and they don't always have to be crocheted or whatever, but here's one. This is an older hat that I made, and I didn't pick out the colors. The little lady I made it for, the kid I made it for, picked out the colors. Okay, and these are just circles, maybe 12 double crochet in a round, and sewed on with the tail, and I'm not the best sewer, but just to show you. And pom-poms are also my nemesis. They never seem to work out for me. And even though I didn't have ear flaps, I didn't make ear flaps, I did do braids on it, just if she wanted to tie it on and stuff. And you can actually see how much it's been loved. And with that, I also made a matching infinity scarf for her. So, and these little polka dots, perfect. They take you 2 minutes to make. You sew them on, and you're good to go, If you have a boy, or you're looking for something more detailed or whatever, you can always get the felt sheets like this from the craft store. They're pretty cheap. And trace out a design or whatever, and cut it out. And we did one, here's a heart. It's actually on a pin. So this was for Valentine's Day. We did a little heart, and St. Patrick's Day. And this one wasn't put on a pin yet or whatever, so this could even just be sewn right onto the hat, and then boom, you got your St. Patrick's Day ready to go. Okay, and we had a little bead detail I added to it. I'm saying we, because when I was making these, my sister was helping me, because I'm really not that great at as a sewer, but she is. So it could be put on a barrette. My sister makes these Crafty, Conjuring, and she actually shows you how to make this. I'm not very good at sewing, to be honest with you. I do what I can, but I'm not so great at that. Buttons, buttons, buttons. You could find buttons any size, anywhere. if you have, you know, a little girl, maybe a little older or whatever, you know, 9, 10 or something, you could put them all over. What else did I want to show you? Oh, animal ears. Animal ears, super fun. I show you this in episode 114. And with the animal ears, this one I crocheted right onto it. But you don't have to. You can do, you know, a row, a chaining row, and a row of single crochet, and then just do the ear from there, from that first full row of single crochet, and then you'll work the back loops and the front loops, and you got animal ears. And with the animal ears, you know, you can put it on the kid's head and mark it with, you know, the sewing chalk, that marking chalk that washes out or whatever for placement, you know, and you want them a little bit forward, you know, so that it shows, you know, up high and stuff. And ooh, even this, sorry, even this is a little girl's barrette, you know, a barrette for a little girl, or, you know, or a really fun adult. And even with this, if it's made well enough, or, you know, this bow itself, because not everybody, you know, is so good at this, you can take out the pin, and then you have a cute little bow that you can just sew right on. Okay. Ooh. And then also, I'm so funny today. Okay, also, I normally don't save like a lot of my leftover whatever fancy yarns and stuff. But you know what? You want to make it your own. Let's see, I got this green hat. This will do. Okay. So we could do it in the gray. Or the blue. The gray is good, I guess. Also, you know, you can always do a row of, you know, a different color or a fuzzy furry yarn. And this was left over from a blanket that I had, you know. But even just a row of something fun, you know, to finish it off, make it original, make it yours, you know, give it that personality so that, you know, it's looking good and, you know, all of that kind of thing. So what else? If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, because I'm going to have more tutorials and other things. I'm not just an embellisher. I give you patterns. I show you how to make them. And, you know, hopefully I give you tips and tricks and ideas and stuff like that. And just, you know, something like that. So simple. Just scrap left over from a blanket that I was making. And it just gives it that nice little detail, you know, that soft little foofy edge that I like. Anyway, if you have any questions, please ask. Please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Share the video, whatever. And I hope you're inspired. I hope you know, come up with different ways of embellishing. And, you know, I give you some tips and tricks and stuff, you know, different ways to embellish. And even, you know, even if you're just entertained, then that's good for me. You know, if you're just a beginner crafter, or, you know, just looking around on YouTube and stuff. So thank you so much for watching. Have a super duper great day, and I'll be back with more tutorials. So if you feel entertained or you learned something or whatever, you know, please subscribe. And as always, happy hooking, because it keeps you off the streets. Back soon. Have a good one. Bye.